You couldn't go anywhere in 2007 without hearing our next guests as they exploded onto the scene with smash hits like Time to Pretend. Now preparing for the release of their 5th album, Loss of Life, MGMT fans can once again experience that electric feel with hits like their new single, Nothing to Declare. Let's take a listen. Joining us now are members of MGMT, Andrew Van Weingarten and Ben Goldwasser. Hey, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It's nice to be here. Thanks for having us.
So I imagine you're excited about Loss of Life. What can fans expect of this new album?
It's a change up from our last album. It's supposed to be more hopeful and optimistic, and we want people to feel comforted by it.
What is the inspiration behind, because typically you have musicians and they'll have like a genre and they just kind of stick with that. And you all tend to have a lot of variety and mixing up the sound. Who tends to drive that?
It's really just about when we get together to make music, what we both kind of what makes us laugh and what we get into in the moment, and whatever comes out is what we both are feeling, I guess.
And this is your first album under an independent label. Does that make it different in any way?
I think just in general, we weren't thinking about the whole process of putting out a record as we were making it, which I think is something, you know, that maybe in the past tended to hang over our heads a little more. So we're really just hanging out making music, kind of like we started with the band. So yeah, I think we kind of preferred that.
And talk to us about Little Dark Age, because this is a phenomenon. You've gotten, what, hundreds of millions of views on TikTok, and yet neither of you are members of social media.
Mm.
And so does somebody tell you, hey, guys, go check, because I don't even know if you can check TikTok without having a membership. So is it just like word of mouth that you guys hear, wow, this is really phenomenal?
It was definitely a surprise when it happened, but it was something that made us feel good as artists, that our music was connecting with so many people, and on a platform that we don't even use, and from an album that's sort of about being scared of technology.
And why is that? Is it a fear of technology that keeps you all away from the TikToks of the world, for example?
I don't think we grew up. We didn't grow up in a world where promoting yourself and kind of celebrating yourself in that way is like, I don't know. It wasn't like when we were growing up, like a selfie was like the most embarrassing thing you could do.
How do you feel that you all have evolved with your sound from the beginning?
I think we still retain sort of this lighthearted, kind of absurd humor element. But the music has changed, and we've explored lots of different genres. But one thing that's amazingly remained is our kind of creative connection and our close friendship.
Does it still keep you just as excited coming up with a new album now? You know, because when you have your first one, I imagine that there's so much excitement behind that. But now it's like, it's our 5th album, you know. Does it still get you going?
Yeah, I mean, we live on opposite coasts now, and we don't really get to see each other all that much. So I think it's all, like, after so many years, we're still kind of surprised and amused by the fact that we can still do that, and like, we still have the spark.
And how do you all work together living on different coasts? Do you work separately and then come together and say, hey, I was thinking like we go in this direction, or how does that work? How does the spark come about?
It usually involves a lot of trial and error and experimentation, and seeing what sticks, and then usually we hit on something that we're both into. And for this album, we were way more focused when we did get together because we live so far apart. So the studio sessions were really focused.
Andrew, Ben, we thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and want to let our viewers know that Loss of Life will be available to stream February 23rd.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.